I think everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer, should learn a computer language, because it teaches you how to think. It's like going to law school.
Comparing the history of how we executed our tasks to how computers do it today, it is of no doubt how vital computer programming is. Technology is taking over the entire continent through strands of codes, and yet people are not studying how to program. Programming a computer has revolutionized the various sectors of our country, that is the agriculture, health, transport, and education. And come to think of it, did you know that in the 18th century, people would wait for months just to receive a message or a letter through the postal system? But today, programming has changed the entire scene and the way we used to do things. We can directly send and receive messages from someone within seconds through Gmail without waiting for months. The incredible impact of programming is that our modern mobile phones can make computations that are 1,300 more powerful and efficient than our first programmable digital computer. This revolution is a blessing to humanity to use our mobile phones to program something that will impact our lives significantly. But wait, what are we using them for? There is a vast detach between the problems we are currently facing and how we use our devices to solve them. Programming has proven to be essential even in this COVID era where we are compelled to school online. Imagine what could have happened if Eric Yuan, the founder of Zoom, had not thought of programming an app that would allow students and organizations to have virtual meetings. Or consider BISAP, a Ghanaian-made app that allows the public to access doctors from the comfort of their homes without spending hours to see a doctor at the hospital. Isn't it obvious that programming is making life simple since we can now access health tips from the comfort of our homes? Despite the tremendous impact of programming in our lives, we still question why we must learn how to program. Well, people also argued about the relevance of learning how to read and write in ancient times because they were okay in communicating in their sign languages. But today, it is more evident why reading and writing are essential since we will not rely on anyone else to perform basic tasks for us. The same analogy applies to how it is vital to learn programming today in order to stay relevant in this digital age. We often see programming as a subject meant for the intelligent and people good in math. However, I beg to differ that in truth, coding is creative, more like writing than math. Programming is all about thinking critically to solve problems. The problem in focus is broken down into bits to determine its scope before it is programmed. Learning how to program teaches us the systematic approach to solving problems that can be applied in our daily lives. Yes, let's get to my experience. My experience with programming has been a roller coaster, just like starting any other job. I started programming on my phone using the resources at Free Code Camp, a website that has taught over 40,000 people how to code for free. With my thoughts drenched with unique ideas about what I can do with programming, I decided to challenge myself by building a website without anticipating how this experience would be. The first week in this exercise was horrible, with anxiety mostly leading to tears. I kept debugging my codes for hours, but still ended up getting errors. At this juncture, my tenacity was filled with doubt and crashed to the core in the twilight of my failures. Despite my perpetual failure, I kept staring at my computer and began to envision the joy after completing this exercise. In preventing my last cup of faith from being swallowed by pain, I started all over by working in the morning to dusk until this project was successful. Yes, a new day has dawned. My website was now in full functionality without errors. Throughout this process, I was able to be creative on how my project should be at my own pace and how to persist in challenges. Programming is also a platform that encourages creativity. For once in our life, we can create something impactful out of our role and get paid for it. How amazing is this? in worst case scenarios, we even hate the jobs we do, but we give in the best of our 9 to 5 every day for someone and later get paid for something less. This isn't pleasant. With programming, we are free to work from anywhere and get paid for our creativity. Programming is just like story writing. We first have to know the syntax in writing before moving on to construct sentences and be creative about them. Programming only becomes problematic if you fail to understand the syntax and fundamentals of it. Moreover, there are numerous job opportunities for computer programmers. Research shows that 1,469,200 jobs were provided in 2019 for software developers with an average pay of $107,510 per year. The tech industry ranks fourth amongst occupations with the highest job growth and opportunities. Computer programmers are increasingly in need, and of all majors, students studying in computer science had the highest average starting salary of $66,161, followed by engineering students. The statistics shows that programmers can easily attain a well-paid job if they haven't started one by themselves. But wait, do I mean we should all be computer science students and change our careers to be programmers? No, this is where we get it all wrong. Programming is a skill set that everyone needs to have to stay competitive in this digital age. A research survey conducted on 50,000 US college students and graduates showed that 53% of all students, regardless of major, took computer science classes with the sole purpose of standing out in the job market. You need programming skills to simplify your tasks and amplify your capabilities. Just like Sativ Berry, a commenter on Hacker News, who claimed that even though he cannot write a basic app, he saved his company $2 million annually with the programming knowledge he learned in a couple of months. Yes, programming might be challenging, just like any other job in this world, but it is essential to possess a programming skill to thrive in this digital age. I repeat, you do not need to be a software engineer to create something that will impact the world, but you need programming skill to stand out in whatever you do. Thank you.